going to talk about how to do group photos. I've been requested how to do stand with people, have people together, sitting, standing, and with things. So let's see how I had to write down stuff because I can't remember anything. Sitting together. My notes are for that are legs, arms, hands, faces. And you angle the shoulders and you have your shoulders back. What I do, yes, these were mine. I was 9 years old and I loved them. My mother thought it was a little risque, but I didn't care. I liked them. My dad bought me Barbie. Thank you, Daddy. Okay, I either go like this, and she has to be thin. No, you never have them facing straight on. Like this. I call this the V position because, you know, they make the letter V. Anyway, oh God. Okay, so the V position, his arm, which only goes straight, goes behind her back, but not all the way around to where you see his fingers coming on this side, so they just are in the back. And Barbie knows to bend and angle, so even if you aren't holding flowers or something, just bend your arm, have it at your hip, you know, because you don't want a 90-degree. Angle. Or they can go like this or like this, but this is not good because they're not facing the light. This is good because they're facing the light. You want faces in the light, even though you're shooting a video so that you can show off your Christmas tree. Hands, face. And I always shoot, you know, from here to here, and then full body if they have a real pretty outfit on, because sometimes they want to see their whole body, you know, their whole dress and their little shoes. I'm going to do a lot of ums and ahs here because I can't see a daggone thing. Standing next to somebody or something. Okay, that was what I was saying, you know, together. Okay, if he's a thing, I'm going to turn him around. Pretend he's a tree or a building or something. You can have them stand next to it. Never have them, you know, coming out of the top of their head. Next to it, they can sit down, they can lean on it, you know, whatever's natural. If they look dorky and they don't want to do it, don't let them because, you know, they're going to make a funny face. If it's a building and you want the building in it, have the building way back, or you can even put a person way back and they're out of focus or something. She's probably out of focus to you guys. But anyway, he can be out of focus or the building can, and she does her 3/4 view towards the light. And what else was I going to say? Oh, if it's a couple, then you can go like that too. And, you know, she can be smiling or whatever, and he's just serious because he didn't know what she's doing back there, or vice versa. The next one is posing to, do I ever talk about sitting down? I thought I did, but anyway, okay. Well, if they're sitting, let's do sitting down. If they're sitting down in chairs, I take the chairs and, oh, with groups too, I take the 2 chairs and angle them like this and put the grandparents and them in the front because they like to sit down. And then you've got people angled all around them and stuff, and you can put kids sitting down in front. But pretend you have a person sitting down on a couch or something. Let me show you. Instead of sitting like this, well, instead of sitting like this blah, with bad posture, they sit over their belt buckle, they sit on the end of the seat, and your shoulders are back. I'm terrible at that, and you're going to see it in my horse show pictures if I ever post them. And then they, you know, do the face to the light, and the chair's at an angle, so, or they can look at you, you know, aren't I cute? So that's a chair. I'll just go through my list because I'm going to forget something if I start to ramble. Standing next to someone, something, head tilt, hands, feet, use it as a background. Pose 2 ladies, standing or sitting. Always the 2/3 angle. Don't have the nose, break the cheek. I'm just going to go that way in case, because you take couples, 2 ladies together. Okay, now we're to the 80s. These are Jessica's. And they can tilt their heads to each other. They're in the V. Or they can go like this and look at the camera. La, la, la. Those two ladies. Oh, this isn't going to work. Standing, sitting. Shoulders, arms, legs, hands, and then, you know, faces to the light. So, you know, you have your hands. You can't, you know, you don't ball them up. God, cat hair still. You can, if they have a ring, you know, cover it like that. But have your fingers splayed gracefully. You know, if somebody's taking dance, it's wonderful when they're ahead of the game. They're really helpful to you. Pose to men. Men are hard to pose because they don't like to pose. So you just go over there, stand there close together, and you make them get closer than they are because on the camera it's going to look fine. And they can put one hand, their outside hand in their pant pocket partially, not jammed in there, and have their elbow out a little bit. And oh, ladies too, if you have your elbows out, it gives you a waist, so don't just stand with your hand, you know, like wet noodle. They can hook, men can hook their thumbs in their belt loop or belt or pant pocket. Because I have to go because I'm trying to find my place here. Pose to men. Okay, and if you're indoors, use an external flash. Don't use the stupid pop-up. If you only have a pop-up, keep it off. Take them over to a window and use window light. You can stand parallel to the window and get them, and then have them turn their face to the light. And it's nice to get a little shading because that gives the face some sculpture. You know, we're using that contour all the time. Might as well use the real thing. Couples. You VM or go parallel. Tilt the heads together. So let's do these two. So she's got dreads, and look, Barbie's bald. Okay, so they stand together. Was this one? This might have been one of mine. She looks a little older. Oh, her head doesn't tilt. We need tilty head people. So this one's head tilts, this one head tilts, and so they tilt to each other, but they're at a V like that. Indoors, bounce the flash or go to a window. Oh, bouncing the flash. If you have an external flash and you can bounce it off the ceiling, sometimes I do it. I've got a wooden ceiling, so, you know, some people are afraid of that color. I bounce it anyway. It's better than straight on. Or you can bounce it sideways to a wall, or if somebody has a white shirt and stands next to you, you can bounce off of their white shirt. But anyway, getting indirect light is the key. Because then you don't want red eye, you don't want to be fiddling with that. And I mean, it looks like devil dog or something when the dog has it. Okay, if you're using the couch, I don't know if you guys can see here, but you can sit people, you can sit people on the arm, you can sit people on the back, and you don't have them twist to face you. People sitting on the couch, people sitting on the floor. You know, if you have large groups, that's what I do. And then, because the big thing is, you don't want heads the same level. You want them all different. Oh, come on. Okay, we're just gonna have a big old group. And I like to go boy, girl, boy, girl. And I like the boys on the outside. All right, well, how many we got here? We got the whole family. And if they can't see you, you can't see them. So you gotta make sure, hey, lady, you know, stick your head around or somebody get out of the way so that, oh God. Yeah, hopefully your people behave better than they do. All right, use couch, chairs, floor, stagger heads. Use a tripod if it's dark, and if you have groups, and you can set your camera manually, do it at f.8 because as you can tell, the back of the tree here is out of focus. I'm using a really wide shutter. Yeah, wide shutter. Not shutter speed, aperture. I hate my words. I'm using a really wide aperture, so it's a very narrow depth of field. Like this is out of focus to you guys, but hopefully this is, because I worked on it so daggone hard, and then it goes out of focus. So if you use f.8, you're most likely to get everybody in focus. If you use f22, everybody will be in focus, but you don't want it that sharp. It's nice to throw the back out a little bit. Oh, somebody has tinted glasses, make them take them off. I hate that. They'll gripe about it, and if they're real picky about it, then they can look dumb in their picture. If they do wear glasses and they want to, you know, these are, I take them at an angle and put them on like that, and then when you flash, you know, they still have their glasses on, they still look like them with glasses on, but you're not going to get that glare. So there's that. What else do I tell them? Oh, sunglasses. People with sunglasses aren't going to realize they have them on, so be sure you look and get those things removed. Children, don't tell them to smile. They just go, and you know, their eyes don't smile and they aren't cute at all. So, and if the grown-ups don't do this, especially if you're bald, that's all you're going to see in your picture looking at the kid trying to tell them to smile. Have the people ignore the kid, you work with the kid, and if the kid just cries through the whole thing, that's funny. You're going to remember it 10 years from now. It's going to be cute, and the kid's going to go, I can't believe I did that. So anyway, just, you know, let them be natural and, you know, tell them silly things or something. Give them some attention, and they think, oh, they're special. Oh, eyes to me. And because if there's other photographers around you, people are going to be looking over there, oh, are they taking my picture or are they taking my picture? You know, and you know, you have a whole group of people and one person's looking over here. Oh, come on. So I tell everybody, wait till I'm done and then you can shoot, because, you know, then I have all the eyes to me. Oh, and I watch feet too. If you're doing full body, you know, and the feet are every which way, I make all the ones on this side toes this way, you know, with the weight on the back foot, and toes this way with weight on the back foot. Some way. You'll see, because you'll get back to your camera after you've adjusted them, and then you can tweak from there. Heavy people from behind. Okay, say she's, you know, she's kind of, say this one's heavy because she's fluffy, and so what I would do, or the man too, I put her behind, and she has her hands on him like, oh, I just love him. And you kind of block all the bulk. And if you shoot from above and she's looking up, it straightens out all this and makes the eyes real big and pretty. So you can do that. Or if it's just one person, you know, they can peek behind a door, you know, they're peeking at you or something. So you just kind of block that and turn them not all the way